chosen ones, empaths. There comes a time in every narcissistic relationship, every narcissistic dynamic, especially romantically, right, where the narcissist tends to feel threats of abandonment issues. Okay, they fear that you're going to run out on them. This is a prevalent thought that runs through the course of their mind on a daily basis, because deep down inside them, they've always known that you're better than them. They've always known this, especially because they mirror, right? The more and more they mirror, the more and more it shows them they're not who they're making themselves out to be. And deep in the core of the narcissist, if you didn't know already, they have very low self-esteem, low self-worth, and they don't actually think very highly of themselves deep in the core of the narcissist. I'm not talking about the exterior, the flamboyance, the whole, the whole act where they act like they're God's gift and stuff like that. I'm talking about in the core of the narcissist. They don't think very highly of themselves at all. And they do feel threatened with abandonment issues. Maybe these abandonment issues come from stuff in their childhood, but there's many people that didn't have a parent in their childhood and didn't grow up to be a narcissist, so we're not giving them any leeway, we're not giving them any excuses here. But there comes a time when they eventually, through their own abandonment issues and worry and, that they're facing, they decide to push you away. Now, the reason they push you away is to reel you back in. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It'll take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But the narcissist wants to push you away. And oftentimes they catch us hook and line. They catch us and they do reel us back in to their stupid world. I was caught out this way, when the narcissist decided to push me away. I didn't know where I was. I was disorientated. I was trying to solve the problems. I was trying to fix things like I normally would do, like you would probably normally do. You try and solve the issue, but there's nothing to be solved. There is no issue. The only issue you're dealing with is their threat of abandonment issues. So they project their own feelings of insecurity onto you. They catch you and they reel you back in. And the more and more that you try to close them down and try to get drawn back in, the more and more they push you away. The more and more they start to look at you with low value. The more and more desperate you get, the more and more you try to solve the issue, the more and more you try to reconcile, which is a normal thing to do in these circumstances. In a healthy relationship, reconciliation is always crucial. I don't talk about cutting ties with good people. I don't think we should cut ties with good people, with good-natured people. I don't believe we should cut ties. And if we do get into an altercation with a good-natured person, reconciliation is crucial. You should try and solve things, try to sort it out if you're dealing with a normal, healthy individual. But as we know, narcissists are not healthy individuals in their mind, body, and soul. They're very corrupted spirits. So they've got very corrupted spirits. And basically, you're dealing with someone who's got a sense of entitlement and threat of abandonment issues. That's basically what you're dealing with here. And I want you to not make the mistake to get pulled back into their world. I want you to, if they've decided to cut you off, they've decided to push you away, I want you to say to yourself, no, that's it. I'm not chasing. I'm not going to chase after them. You want this? That's fine. You know what I'm saying? And don't even say, my door's always open to you, or if you ever want to talk about this, contact me. You need to be cold. You need to be cold and make it clear, like, listen, we either sort it out now or we don't. If you're still in the mindset, because I know you will be, because you won't have the same outlook that I may have, or other people that are further along their journey, because this is more aimed at people where the wounds are fresh, or it will help the people that are still listen if the wounds are not fresh, because you might get some clarity. But you know, if you're dealing with this at this moment that we're speaking, you know, you're not going to have it imprinted. I want you to have it imprinted in your mind that this person's not your soulmate partner. So they're a counterfeit soulmate. And they're literally pushing you away to reel you back in. And you just can't fall for the trap. You just can't fall for the trap of chasing after them. Because the moment that you pull away, the moment that you say, no, I'm not chasing, is the moment they begin to chase you. It's chasing game. It's all a game. And I know it's not, you know, this is people's lives we're talking about. This is your life we're talking about. But the narcissist is playing a game with you, man. They're pushing you away. They wanna bring to the surface all those feelings of insecurity, all those feelings of abandonment with you, just because they feel that inside themselves on a daily basis when they lived with you or you were together. You know, for the duration of the time that you were together, they had these feelings of abandonment issues. They were covering it well with the mask, but they did feel like you was always going to run out on them. That's why, you know, in my situation, the narcissist would get very insecure just about me walking down the street, just about other females being in my presence. She would get very insecure, very crazy, feeling like I'm gonna rush off. And it's always because she knew that she wasn't at my level. That's why. They know they're not at your level. So if the narcissist push you away, play their game. Let them push you away. Don't try and solve it. And I don't want, like, you can, this is what I will say this, right? You can try and solve it if you want it, because I tried to solve it, right? So I'm in no position to tell you just to not have any more to say, okay? I know it's very powerful if you don't say anything. It's very powerful and it will go in your favor. But you may feel like this person, you wanna express yourself. And I expressed myself in the last days of the narcissist. I sent an email, and that email did bring me a lot of closure, because I hashed everything out in that email that I had with problems with them. I put everything across to them. I pitched it to them. I said, if we don't solve this now, it's God's will. So therefore, I had my closure that I needed. Where they didn't reciprocate and there was no reciprocity, I felt at peace with myself, because I believed it was God's will for us to separate, right? So in a way, by me being caught on the hook, by them reeling me in, it still worked in my favor, right? It still worked in my favor. At the end of the day, it still worked in my favor. And it will still work in your favor as well. But just don't, you know, like, don't prolong it for long periods of time. If you need to say a few words to them, if you want to say a few words, you want to tell them about themselves, or tell them, look, blah, 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 whatever you want to say, sometimes expressing ourselves is very key. I always believe in expressing from one's heart, speaking truth. It's a powerful thing to do. So if you want to utter your truth to them, I'm going to tell you it's going to fall on deaf ears. Most likely they're not going to reciprocate what you say. There's going to be no reciprocity, and it's going to fall on deaf ears. But this is the closure you might need. This is the closure you might need, because when you say what you say, and you realize it falls on deaf ears, you think, nah, do you know what? I just put my heart and soul into expressing myself, and you've decided to ignore what I said, not reciprocate what I said. And this is just another telltale sign that they're just trying to reel you in. They want to try and damage you. They want to give you abandonment issues. They want to give you abandonment issues going forward. They want to really scar your heart. And that's what they're aiming to do with this push and they hardly even pull back in. They reel you in by you chasing after them. You know, it's not even push and pull. It's actually pushing away, and they push you away, and it's reverse psychology, and then you start to chase after them. So I want you to understand that if you're being pushed away at this moment, I'd advise you to maybe say a few words. Don't beg for them back. Just say a few statements. No questions. Maybe express yourself. That will help you get your closure. Don't look for an answer from them. That's why I say speak in statements and don't ask questions. And basically that will be your closure. That's what you're going to have as your closure, because they're not going to give you the closure. They're not going to give you the words that you need to hear. They're really trying to harm you now. And the reason why they've got to this point is because they felt these feelings of insecurity and abandonment issues throughout the entire course of the relationship. And this is a projection tactic that they're doing onto you. This is a projection tactic that they are doing onto you. They are projecting their abandonment issues onto you, and they're trying to make you as miserable as they are, because misery loves company. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can find the link in the description box. And if you would like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find the link in the description box. Currently I have the secondary channel, the spiritual channel. If you want to check that out, the link for that channel is also in the description box. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.